Hello and welcome to this week's edition of a Thinking Boy podcast. I'm your host, Cesar Perez, with
Jeffrey Bonilla.
I thought you were going to go with J Bones.
J Bones or J Chillin' or whatever.
Appreciate you coming by, man.
No problem, dude.
I was trying to think like the last time we seen each other.
God,
And I can't remember.
I think it was that time where I came over near Christmas time to drop off more cones.
Yes, you gave me a bunch.
Yeah, I gave you so many because, it was cool buying it at once. I was like, oh, hell yeah, man. It's like, I'm never going to need cones again. And then I realized, I was like, the amount of stuff that I'm going to have to buy to use these cones, I won't be able to use it by myself.
The ratio was like off.
Yeah. But shout out to where I used to work at.
Oh, yeah, shout out. We're not going to mention it by name.
Yeah, we're not going to mention it by name, but I'll be honest, that was my first job, and I'm not going to lie, the amount of herb that I got for free.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that, dude.
Yeah, it's funny when you're just nice to people, and then Christmas time comes around, and they're like, hey, Jeff, you remember those little orange prescription bottles?
Yes.
They just spill everywhere? Mm-hmm. They just give me one, and it was like, oh, man. I was like, all right.
Holy shit, that's pretty cool, man. Damn. I think you just incriminated yourself. I
was like, well, they can piss test me now. I'm clean. So
yeah, you're clean. You're clean.
Years ago.
Matter of fact, I even offered you almost, and you said you refused. You
because of my good moral character, not because I have a drug test when I start my new job.
Well, I wanted to say, like, damn, bro, I've known you since you were a kid. Now that I think about it, low key, I've known you because our moms were like friends,
like BFFs.
Through like our brothers, yeah.
Yeah, through our brothers in elementary school, and then I think we went to the same elementary school
Allen, bro. Allen, which doesn't exist anymore.
It's gone. It's JFK now.
How do you feel about that? Like, when I say that I went to Allen, I'm always like, no one knows what the fuck I'm talking about, really. I mean, I guess they assume JFK now,
but it's like a Mandela effect or something.
It is, because it's like, and I was only there for like a year and a half, really. Or well, no, I was there for like fourth grade, but the second half of fourth grade, I was there for like a year and a semester.
I was there since second grade, and because I went there like within my first year moving to Houston from Los Angeles.
Oh, I forgot you were born in LA.
Yeah, I lived the first 7 years of my life in LA, and then I came here and we bought a house there and came to Allen, and well, anyways, I remember I saw you there for like a year. You were like, oh, this is that kid with the spiky hair. And then I was like, never saw him again. And then apparently our moms correctly.
I think they were like parent volunteers or some shit like that. They were always at the school.
Yeah,
something.
Yeah, something like that. And then eventually your mom was like, oh, I need to pick up my son. And then my mom was like, sure, let's go pick him up. And then that's when you came out of Burbank. And then I was like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
And then we went and I was like, oh my God. I was like, did you go to Allen Elementary too?
And we totally like.
And then after that, I was like, oh shit. It was like, we just became friends.
What year was that, do you think?
That was around 2009, 2010.
Fuck, bro. That's a long time ago.
Yeah. About to be 14 years ago.
I'm 27. How old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay. Damn, my cousin Priscilla's older than you. That's crazy. I always assume you and her are the same age. So you're okay. That's not too bad. So you're joining the Navy at a good time then.
Yeah.
24, you know what I mean? Get the shit done. If you do the whole 6-year shit 30.
Yeah, I get out like a month before I turn 31.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, no. So I just realized that I wouldn't say that I wasted the first half of my 20s. Again, my first half of my 20s, I just did school, work.
Yeah, you're going to school for a minute.
Yeah, goofing off. So I'm definitely glad because I go in a little bit higher because I got my associates. But I was like, you know what? Let's finish off the rest of my 20s in the military. Get some benefits, meet people from around the world, hopefully travel.
Yeah.
Unless they stick my ass in a submarine.
Fuck, bro. You're going to be like those billionaires that got fucking...
Like a bunker?
They got caved in or whatever the fuck. Those like little... what the fuck did they do? They had like a little mini submarine that they went down there.
So the funny part about that is, unfortunately or unfortunately, I think he used plane parts to build his submarine.
Oh my God.
Whereas the Navies are specifically for submarines.
Jesus Christ. That photo of them like before they like took off is crazy.
Like peace sign and then...
That shit is crazy. Because they knew what the fuck... I mean, they didn't know, but like... Just the fact that they didn't know and like their faces are like so like unaware of what's about to occur. Like you're gonna fucking die, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The ocean's is scary. You think planes are dangerous? I mean, being underwater, it's.
Oh, that's fucking terrifying, bro.
We still have things we still haven't discovered.
People have been saying that aliens are in
Under the sea.
under the sea? They're not in space.
Yeah, there are definitely incidents of UFOs just shooting out straight out of the ocean. Famous events.
Holy shit. How do you feel about that though? Are you a believer of like UFOs or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm not a superstitious person, but you know, and I trust NASA. I'm not a flat earther or anything.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
So if the universe or what we understand of it is big enough, I mean, well, what are the chances that there's something else alive that's up on our intelligence?
I feel like it'd be tragic if we were the only ones. You know what I'm saying? Like if this is it, this is kind of like it's kind of fucked a little bit. You know what I mean?
I guess so.
It's a little tragic because it's like, damn, this is it. And then like the issues that we have here and like everything that we've like kind of done is kind of like shit. This is fucking rough.
I guess so, but I was like, at least it'll be better than like, I don't know, just like those sci-fi films where like we get invaded by some tyrannical alien empire that just wants to enslave us or something.
Yeah, no. If I had to choose one, yeah.
I'd rather just have us just be the dumb humans always screwing each other.
Yeah,
over.
we just fuck over like the environment and stuff like that. I'd much rather that because like, you know.
And have some guy like fucking Zod from Superman.
Or some Dune shit, bro. I fucking saw Dune 2 over the weekend. What a movie.
How was it?
Fucking all. Did you see part 1?
Nah, I haven't checked out Dune.
Dude, before you leave, when do you leave again?
I leave after next week.
Oh shit. Do you know what day?
Monday.
So not this Monday, the next Monday.
Monday is my day out of here.
Should I get paid Thursday, man? Go see Dune 2 fucking again, low key, if you're down.
Yeah.
You just have to watch part 1 before, but it's on like HBO.
Yeah, I can do it. Sounds good, man.
Man, because that shit is fucking good, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really got, I mean, I was invested with the first one.
Yeah.
I saw both of them back to back, like the same day. I saw the one at my house, and then me and my friends like went to go see part 2. And that was like.
I just know about Dune because apparently people were making jokes about the little popcorn cup.
Yes.
The Nessie. The Nussy.
The very inappropriate popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
That I didn't see. I don't know. I went to the fucking theater and I just got candy. I don't know if I needed to ask for that or what, but I didn't see that.
I'm pretty sure they ran out.
For real? Oh fuck. Kind of wanted one. Look.
Yeah.
I did, bro.
For decorative reasons.
Yeah. I'm a huge fan. You know what I mean? Even though I just saw the movie on Saturday, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a huge fan. But I'm not gonna lie to you, Jeffrey. I don't want to spoil anything, obviously, because we're gonna go see it. But like, I'm real tempted to start reading the books.
The reason I heard about Dune before the movies came out is because, well, I'm gonna say his first name. Do you remember this guy called Stefan? At Walgreens. He was like the receiving manager for like a year or 2.
Ooh.
He was a cool fucking guy. He was the guy that kind of had.
Oh, he was a white guy.
Yeah, he set up that chill spot for me where I was just working in the office, and I kind of helped him run the day-to-day thing.
Mm-hmm. You ever use the intercom there on the like a side?
No, I didn't like hearing myself across the warehouse.
I'm the same way, man. I didn't do that shit. There's times where people would tell me to like make calls. I never want to do that.
Yeah, because then you're talking and the thing's going on and like you hear yourself talking and it makes you do that awkward pause. You're like, oh.
The weirdest shit is, yeah. When I used to work at the store, dude, I had to do the announcement. Attention, so and so customers. We're about to be ready to close. Do all of your last minute purchases. Proceed to the front or whatever the fuck. It was longer than that, but I was like, oh, I hated it, dude. I would always get my manager to do it. I'm like, please go ahead. I was like, I feel like you should do it anyway, honestly.
I was like, you're the top dog here. You
know what I'm saying? Like,
take charge, Captain.
I'm over here trying to get people out of here, but you're over here still fucking do it. But I understand. I hated that shit too, man. Just hearing myself over the thing would be terrible. What were you saying about your boy Stefan?
He's the one that told me about Dune. He said, I'm so happy that they're making a movie because I love the books and that. So I already knew about Dune before it came out.
I knew the old movie. Kinda, but even then I really just knew it because like the memes of like the worms and shit like that, but I never really like knew what it was about or anything.
Me neither. He did tell me a little bit about it, but he told me he was a huge fan and that's why I was always curious about it. I just never got around to it.
Got you. Were you ever into like Attack on Titan and shit?
As far as anime goes, the only anime I liked was Bleach.
Oh, okay.
I remember one day, I think it was like 1 year where I was just chilling or something, And then I was like, let me start on Bleach. And then it's like, all right, get ready to watch 366 episodes.
Fuck,
and remember, guys, out of the 366 episodes, they're all not the main story. Remember those filler arcs?
Yes, I do remember those filler arcs.
They're like 30 episodes. So you're watching one episode and you're like, oh man, I wonder what happens next. And then the next episode is like a whole new subplot. And then it's like 30 episodes later, you know, you're like, okay, cool. Let's see what the subplot is next. And it's like, nope, we just went back to the story.
Fucking One Piece is like that. I never watched One Piece, but I've heard it's like 1,000 or something.
Oh,
like
that's been going on since I was still in LA.
Fuck.
But anyways, yeah. So Bleach is definitely I don't watch that much anime.
Fucking Ichigo, dude.
But Ichigo, he, that soul pressure, whatever. I forgot what they called it.
Yes.
Soul pressure, something like that. I'm pretty sure one of your commenters might angrily correct me and apologize for that.
I haven't watched the 1,000-year
I did.
war. Yeah.
I watched the first part.
So is that it, bro? Is that like the end of the shit, or there's some more?
I'm pretty sure they might do spin-offs like they did with Naruto or Dragon Ball.
Naruto and shit like that.
Yeah, I never got into that.
I never got into Naruto at all, bro.
Me neither. I think just like every other person, Dragon Ball is kind of what gets you in, and you might be into that for a little bit, or you might like it your whole life.
Nah,
but then it just branches you off into something else.
So what would you say you're more into in terms of like media? More of a movie guy, television shows?
So me, I guess you can say I'm an old person inside.
Okay.
I like old movies. I like old TV shows. Like my favorite.
How old are we talking though?
I recently have been watching the original Twilight Zone from like the 50s and 60s.
Shit, dude. With like the pig faces and shit. I remember one of them that had
black
like
and white.
Yes.
It's, to be honest, it's still very good writing and it holds up.
That first episode was pretty good. Me and my boy Fern, when he lived with me, we watched. I think we watched like the first 3, and the first one, the way it's filmed is fucking crazy too. Like the whole.
The guy who's by
like,
himself.
the mirror.
Yeah.
Talking about something with the mirror and shit, where he's like walking downstairs, then he like opens the door.
Yeah, they're simulating how he was like an Air Force experiment, and they had him by himself. And then my favorite one was the second episode where like this guy, he's like this old guy, and Death meets him waiting. He waits for him at his apartment, and he's like, "Well, dude, it's time to die."
Oh shit!
And then he's like, "Wait, can we make a deal?" And he's like, "Before I want to die, I want to do my greatest sales pitch," because he was a salesman. And somehow he convinces Death to go with it. He's like, all right, man, whenever you do the pitch of a lifetime, one for the angels, he goes, then I'll take you. And then he tells Death, he's like, all right, well, I'm not a salesman anymore, so I'm not going to do that pitch. So Death is
kind of avoiding it.
Yeah, he was playing loopholes. So apparently there's like this little girl that the salesman likes, and she gets hit by a car. So Death goes, well, if you're not going to go, I'll just take her with me. And at the end of the episode, when they're waiting for midnight to strike, he gives him his greatest sales pitch. So that way he'll take him instead of her.
Oh, wow.
And then once he realized that he just gave his sales pitch, that's when he was like, all right, I accept it's my time to go.
Fuck, that's heavy shit.
That was a good episode.
Do you ever watch, like the modern of that would be like Black Mirror now? Do you ever watch like a Black Mirror?
I watched a little bit of it. I think the last episode, another modern TV show that I like and I'm currently waiting for is The Boys.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Love The Boys. The Boys.
Homelander and shit.
I love Billy Butcher and the crew.
I will say this. I like The Boys TV show more than I did the comics. The comics I didn't really care for as much.
I never got into the comics, but I did know that for the show they deviated more from the comics. They're like, we're going to do our own thing.
I don't mind it, honestly. I think I prefer it, to be honest with you.
I liked it because I was never really too much into superheroes. Like when the whole Marvel thing was going on.
That is true. I never seen you rocking like a fucking shirt or no shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So I was never into it. The only one I ever paid money to go to was that Avengers Endgame, but that's only because
that's top. That's pinnacle. That's the peak right there, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, it's a good entertaining movie, but it was just some of my friends and my brother to watch.
I'm saying like culturally, it was like,
culture is significant. The amount of people that were yelling like, "Oh my God, Iron Man got the gems!"
I fucking was crying, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was fucking into it like deep.
I never saw any of the Iron Man films. So I was like, "Oh, he must be the top guy."
Oh shit! So you went in blind then? Not blind, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I never got into it, but I knew, right, the culture, the rage, how much of a rage the superhero stuff was.
Fucking Thanos with the...
Yeah, with the... And
I can't snap. This is I always bring this up. I can't. Like, kinda.
I remember I was joking with my brother because, in the beginning when, Thanos is living humbly and stuff like that, I was like, damn, Thanos did all that just to dress like a broke boy, have no drip. He's over there wearing potato sacks and stuff.
He was cooking some weird shit, too.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck he was making in that pot or whatever, but that looked kind of gross.
I was like, come on, man. You're not going to rock any Balenciaga in this cabin or something?
That's what I'm saying. I would have hit the stores at least, bro.
I mean,
granted, they probably don't have the size,
He's like, do whatever you want. And man decided to wear, 17th century peasant clothes and stuff like that.
He became a farmer, bro.
Yeah, he basically did all that. I was like, I understand you being a man of principle, but I was like, live a little bit.
It almost makes you think, like, why didn't you just become a farmer from the jump? You could have easily just, became a farmer. I mean, what the fuck? Anyone fucks with you, you're so strong that they can't fuck with you.
I don't know, but I guess in his way, he was kind of like...
He wanted to do the 50-50
Yeah,
shit.
He did that whole philosopher's thing where he goes, I'm more of an idea than I am a man.
He was like, I'll be honest with you, bro, he was like a really good villain. He was a really good villain. I like the way, in terms of villains, I think he was like, I don't know, I always like him compared to like a Darth Vader or some shit. I just you know what I'm saying? He just had more layers.
It really wasn't for, I'm going to take over the world while twirling his mustache or anything.
He really wasn't even cracking jokes like that. He was cutting fucking promos.
Yeah, he's like, I want to do this and I'm going to do it because that's what I think is right. So I was like,
man, the promos he was cut on these motherfuckers, he was for stone cold level like promos, bro. No bullshit. He was like, oh man, the lines he came up with, where he's like, normally I don't take glee in this or some shit like that. He's like, but what I'm about to do to your miserable, stubborn little planet, he's like, I'm gonna enjoy very, very much.
Yeah, I remember.
And then where they fucking charge at him and shit.
Or the one where he's like, before I had done all this, your planet was starving, and now that I wiped out half of everyone, he goes, the children of this planet know nothing but bright skies and full bellies of food.
Yeah,
and
he's like, their bellies are full. Or the fuck? That's a funny line.
Yeah, I was like, all right. So I was like, their tummies are filled to their content.
Oh my god! So did you see Infinity War then?
After that,
I feel like you would have liked Infinity War more, honestly.
The truth is, I'm not really into like supernatural stuff. That's why Batman's my favorite hero.
What do you think about Pattinson? Damn, I was talking to somebody about that earlier. That's
Robert
so funny.
Pattinson?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I liked him. I think it was good. I like dark stuff. Mm-hmm. I like stuff like sort of like the Joker, but I like the Christian Bale Batman.
Nah, I feel you. Those are good movies.
Because that wasn't more of just, the Joker's just some silly clown doing some evil stuff because it makes him laugh. It was more of like a philosophical,
Not for the chaos. He was an agent of chaos.
Yeah, he was like, he goes, he didn't do this for money because he burned the pile. He did it because, he was a man who wanted to watch the world burn.
I'm so glad they added that in there because, I feel like most people, or even some iterations of the Joker, he's, decked out in, fancy clothes, this and that. But this one, he didn't give a fuck, really. I mean, it was completely, meaningless to him. He didn't give a shit about it at all.
Yeah, right? He was all tattered up. He looked all sweaty and stuff like that, and then...
Makeup was running.
Yeah.
He didn't really give a fuck.
Yeah, he was definitely terrifying. He was like, you want to know how I got these scars? And
dude, talk about a performance. And then he died.
Yeah, right? It was like...
That just adds to it, to be honest with you.
The charm, I was like, this was one of his final, magnum opus.
That's some Crow shit where Brandon Lee does a Crow, he dies. You know what I'm saying? They those deaths. I don't know. To me, strangely enough, I feel like it almost elevates the fucking performance in a way.
It really does, because one thing I learned is this is music related, but and this is a reason why there's a lot of conspiracies between artists of death is because obviously when an artist dies, whether it be a musician, actor, or artist, anything that they touch just shoots up in value.
Nah, for sure, bro. I'm gonna fucking see if that camera's recording because it's kind of tripping me out. I feel like it's not.
Cool, then we got a fresh restart.
Nah, we could keep talking. If anything, I'll do the beginning would be audio.
Yeah.
And the rest could be video. But I'm trying to see if I said that shit or not.
Cool, no problem. Honestly. Oh, we are just talking about how you were talking about when people die, it just adds a sense of charm to their work, and I was like, I mean, it really does, and physically too, well, not physically, but monetarily, anything that.
I mean, think about it, bro. Kurt Cobain, Tupac, Biggie, Picasso, even a Basquiat, even an artist like that. You know who Basquiat is?
No,
he's a street artist. You ever see those crowns? I have my phone. I could just show you shit now. But Basquiat has I want to say crude art, but it's very much street kind of shit. But you've seen it before for sure.
I probably have. I just
This kind of shit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's known for like a crown. Yeah, the one with the crown and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
That's the kind of stuff. But when he died, bro, his paintings and so fucked up because like that's the exact opposite thing he wanted to happen. Is like for his paintings and art to be like not oversaturated, but like really like for like only like capitalists to like enjoy.
Oh, so he
shit.
was like a sellout.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like now that he's dead, everyone's like, bro, if you try to buy like an original Basquiat, oh my god, the value of it will be insane. Like it's fucking millions probably.
Yeah, that's the fun part of art, and also one of the coolest ones I've ever seen. Speaking of artists or actors, was this guy called Steve McQueen. He was like this guy. He was like the guy in the
actor?
60s.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh my god, this guy lived the life that all dudes dream of. Like
The car, he had the fucking car, bro.
yeah, he had the 1965 green Mustang Bullet. He drove a green Jaguar XKSS, which was made specifically for him. He owned, I think for one of his famous movies, it was a flop, but it became a cult classic, was Le Mans, about the race. He actually owned a Porsche racing car, and it went on sale a couple of years ago. And just because it was his, that thing went for like $17 million.
What is his biggest movie?
So he has a couple. He has The Great Escape, which
Okay.
was about those U.S. soldiers escaping a Nazi camp. He has Bullet, where he plays a detective trying to protect his witness. And he has Le Mans, which is a movie which at the time was a really movie that was authentic to the racing of that era.
Okay.
Pretty dangerous.
Fuck.
And yeah, I mean, this dude's like an icon. Like he was originally called the King of Cool.
Damn, I know how he looks like. Yeah.
He had the drip, he had the watches, and now everything that has his name attached to it just sells out.
Fuck. There's a director now named Steve McQueen.
I heard, yeah.
He did like 12 Years a Slave and I think Hunger and then I think Shame. He's a really good director, honestly, bro.
I definitely need to catch up on new movies because
I wonder why the fuck they named him Steve McQueen though. They had to have known like. Maybe they didn't though. I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't complain. If my name was Steve McQueen, I'll be like, I'm named after something cool.
Pretty dope, yeah. How would you feel about that though? Do you feel like I don't even fucking know. Are you a junior or are you named after your dad or no?
No. I'm original. So
Got you.
My dad. The funny story about that was when I was born, and my dad kind of had this rule about it. He's like, I don't want my kids to have. No offense to anybody, but he's like, I don't want him to be named Jose or Diego or something like that. He's like, I want him to be named a little bit more, something we don't hear every day in Guatemala. So
Jeffrey, you landed on Jeffrey.
No, he landed on Melvin.
Melvin?
But he originally was gonna name me Melvin.
Oh, that's crazy.
Everyone says Melvin was a bad name, but
I don't know about a bad name, but it's
just call me
definitely Melvin. In
Melvin.
Spanish, it would be Melvin.
Melvin, I hope so. And apparently, what happened was, as soon as the nurses heard the name, the nurses was just looking at me as like, "You really want to do this to this poor baby?"
Damn, for real?
Yeah, the nurses was just like,
how'd your mom feel about it?
My mom was like,
out of it. I'll go with the fucking
probably
just having a kid and
she
stuff.
told me I was a big baby to get out.
Hey, I'm the same way, bro. The 10-pound baby.
Yeah, me too.
Hey,
And
nice.
my mom was just like, my mom was probably out of it, and they're like, here, you know what? Before you go with Melvin, read this book a little bit.
He landed on Jeffrey.
And then I guess he went on the Jays and saw Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, damn. Have you met another Jeffrey? To be honest with you, I don't think I have. I think you're the only Jeffrey I know, like in real life.
Yeah, I think you remember Deaf Jeffrey?
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, we worked with a lot of deaf people.
I do miss Lefty. He definitely was a cool guy.
Yeah, he was pretty cool.
He was like apparently he was like a Special Olympics weightlifter.
Yeah, motherfucker was strong, bro.
You see him when you pick up those chunky blue pallets and just go.
Dude, that was fucking insane. Yeah. We have those. I mean, yeah, they're like what, chip pallets, right, or some shit like
chip
that.
pallets.
The blue ass, like heavy fucking pallets at
He was
work.
funny too. Him and Sean Terry.
He was good, low key, man, at his fucking job. He was really good, like at the
Oh, he's
water
not there
and
anymore?
stuff. No, he's not there anymore.
Oh man, things.
You know, I heard he got fired stealing snacks, bro.
Now, we don't want to talk about what I did when I volunteered for strip team.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that, but yeah, I heard some things. I didn't hear shit, but no, I think supposedly he got let go. Either he got let go or he left. But him and his wife left, so I think it was something.
Hopefully, they're off to better things.
They were pretty chill, man. I'll be honest with you, they were pretty cool. Every time I would see them, and be like, because I remember me from Night Shift. I'm trying to remember the other guy too. There's this like old white dude,
Sean Terry. Yeah. The one with like the. To be honest, I'm like, he did look like a little bit like a meth head, but he was cool. He was
cool, man. He helped me like when I was trying to run the sorter and shit. But he looks rough sometimes. I don't know if it's night shift or what, but he'd be looking out of it.
He had these runner's calves. I'm like, every time I'll walk behind him, because he'll help me out. And, I told you I sucked at that job. And I see him walking out. I was like, dude, what do you do? It's like, you squat, you deadlift or something?
Motherfucker got implants, bro. He got calf implants.
He's like, you know what? It was either my teeth or my calves. And I went with the calves.
Oh, yeah, dude. Nah, that lefty specifically was like really, really strong.
Yeah, I remember his handshakes. It was like, come on, man. It was like,
yeah, no. The strongest handshake I've ever felt was my wrestling coach, her husband. I forgot his name, bro. But her husband was like an umpire for like softball or some shit. So he was just like always like catching balls, I guess, paws or you know what I mean? But his grip was like the hardest grip I've ever felt, bro. I shook his hand. He's like, oh yeah, I heard a lot of things about you. And he shook my hand. And dude, I had fucked my hand up before. My hand was sprained and it just started like feeling better. And man, he immediately like, I felt that shit to my fucking nerves, bro. I was like, oh my God.
Let's keep you out of the season.
He squeezed the shit out of my hand. I was like, oh my God. I didn't think he meant to. He just like gave me a firm handshake, but I was like, damn.
I never was a fan of the guys who do that alpha male shit by just giving a strong handshake. I'm like,
that seems so fucking stupid.
Please, like, come on, man. I'm just trying to be nice to you. He's like, you prove nothing by squeezing my hand. I just look at you stupid the more you do it.
I'm so glad you never got into that, man. On some Andrew Tate shit, bro. Where you're fucking, you know what I'm saying? Shaving your head and
sunglasses, telling people what color is your Bugatti.
Your hands are always like clasped somehow together and shit, bro.
Just wake up with a cigar.
Dude, he kind of, I don't keep up with him at all, really, but that motherfucker had like a strong ass marketing push like last year, bro. Definitely. I mean, it was everywhere. I had people that like normally would never talk to me about this kind of shit, bring them up to me. And I would just be like, damn, what the fuck? This man has like a crazy like reach or a push of something, bro.
That's the power of, social media.
Like promotion and marketing and shit.
Promotion like and you get people caught up in this one idea and you get them to believe in you enough. Because
now I don't hear anything about him, to be honest with you. Which is kind of like refreshing.
I think it's because he had some legal stuff going on. He was doing some bad stuff.
He got caught up with the pizza box.
Something like that. Yeah. Apparently he was like forcing these girls to do like cam shows and stuff like that.
Yes.
So that explains where the money was coming from. So, if those accusations are true, then, I hope.
It was just the perfect storm of shit, and then like his like weird ass kickboxing fucking.
It was apparently he wasn't even that great.
No, yeah, he has no. He didn't. I don't think he ever fought for K1 or Glory, which are like they're pretty much like would be like the UFC of like that shit.
But I'm pretty sure he was planning that stuff though, because I remember years ago before he even went bald, people were making fun of him because he's been doing this for a long time than people realize. I remember. Like at least 4 or 5 years ago or something, he had this whole rant on Facebook talking about it. If you watch Star Wars, it means you're a virgin.
Damn. And I feel like I had seen his ass before, but it would be something like you just said, where he'd be sitting down and like almost like not an Instagram live, but some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like a regular video.
Yeah.
But it's nothing like it is now. I mean, he has like a full on fucking production of like his podcast with his brother and a bunch of shit.
You wouldn't believe the amount of like regular people that are just. So he had a Discord, right? And it was. 50.
I didn't even know that.
My brother told me he had a Discord, and thankfully he didn't get in it. But apparently it was like $50.
My Nick walked that razor's edge for a little bit. I had to pull his ass back in.
He's like, no, don't take the red pill. Come on, man.
I had to pull his ass back in because he was just like, he's like, man, the thing I like about Andrew and Tristan, or that like. For whenever it's their birthday, they go out to eat at churches or some shit like that. He's like, they come around to me and you, and I'm like, no. I was like, we're nothing like them. What are you talking about? Shit like that. And he had like certain like little aspects of that kind of like not alpha male shit, but that kind of like he would watch the shit, and to him it was funny.
Yeah.
But to me, like after a while, I'm kind of like, all right, man, this shit isn't like I'm not gonna sit there and watch like a full on like 10-minute, 20-minute fucking video on this guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because those who do, they kind of get that in their head and
that's what I'm saying.
Warping their sense of reality.
So I had to kind of reel his ass back in and be like, all right, man, come back to fucking like.
Yeah, I got worried because my brother told me that when he was starting college, he told me he was registering, and he told me that there was like a kid next to him that actually paid $50 to get on his Discord.
That's so fucking stupid.
And then when once you realize that stuff's kind of hitting home, you're like, oh my god, there's a lot of young guys or old guys in general just really thinking that's reality.
They want to be Hustler University or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, Hustler University. I was like, come on, man, this guy has to be a joke, and people are taking him way more seriously.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, do you not see the fucking like? How do you not notice this? How do you not see this?
Yeah, it's like, guys, the reason he can afford that lifestyle is because he gets people like you to go into it. He's making money off of you, not this other stuff he's selling.
I don't know if it's an age thing, but like honestly, like all the people that I could think of now, I'm not really into any of the shit. Like an Aiden Ross, I'm not into like even like a Kai Cenat or a Speed. I see clips and I'm like, oh, certain shit is funny for sure, but like I'm not watching like a whole stream and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like I just can't. I don't have the attention span for it. I don't think.
I don't mean to sound like an old fart, but I just feel most content coming out is kind of made for short attention spans. That's why you notice how TikToks are like, what?
I'm so glad you said that. That's why I gotta tell like Nick, I'm always fucking with him. I'm like, you got the ADD,
something like that,
fucking ADHD, fucking attention span.
That's why you notice that it started with TikTok. It was known as Musical.ly. I remember, and it was called Musical.ly, and then switched to TikTok, and then YouTube Shorts started happening, and then YouTube Reels, and it's kind of made just to grab your attention like that, and then something else, and then you get fed something else.
I don't even use TikTok, bro. I'll be honest.
Me neither. I've never had a TikTok account.
I have one, and if I show you my inbox, is like 80 plus messages that I've just never opened because I have no interest, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know. With me,
well, my boy Paul sends them. Shout out to Paul. I feel fucking bad because he sends me like a lot of shit.
Oh, like a lot of funny stuff.
So
and
one of those days, he knows though, because he'll send me shit. He knows that I won't watch it on there, so he'll send it to me like through iMessages. Yeah, and I'll watch it through there.
Oh, okay.
But on TikTok, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's because like this sounds so silly, but like sometimes most of the time I'm listening to music or a podcast. As soon as I open it, it cuts everything off. So I'm kind of like, fuck this shit, and I'll just like close it out real quick. But I have one, but I just never use it. I should use it for the podcast and shit.
Yeah, right. It could definitely help you.
I really should use it, but it's just
like put excerpts from your podcast onto it because that's what most podcasters do.
I just can't get into it, bro. But I need to do it for sure. It's one of the things where like that would be like the worky.
Yeah, like in your case, it would help you like work with this project you have going on
for sure.
But me, I'm an old fart. I can't do short videos. I like watching videos. I like talking to people in person. As you can see, I like writing letters.
Yeah, man, you wrote me a letter, bro.
Yeah, I was been sending them out before I'm leaving. I was a nerd. I looked up, this cotton paper stuff like that.
Were you worried that like it would get sent to like the wrong shit or?
I did a test run with some friends.
Okay.
So once I send out the letters, right? You have to do a test run to send letters because that's how how old this style of communication is.
I fucking haven't wrote a letter since 2016. I think one of my friends was in the army and I wrote him a letter. And I got him in trouble. I mentioned earlier.
Oh, yeah.
I put like a picture of a
midget.
Yeah, a little person, a dwarf. I had put a picture of them on the back of the letter because I typed it out, and they got fucking chewed out for it, and got in super trouble. He was like, "Don't ever do that again. What's wrong with you?" He's like, "I got so much shit for that, bro."
I'll send you one before graduation.
I think they assumed it was like porn or some shit because it was like a shirtless little person.
He's like, recruit, what is this? You got some type of fetish?
Now he's known as the
midget guy.
The midget fucker or some shit like that.
But no, yeah, so
let's get away from that topic right now.
No, but yeah, I got into writing letters and just, trying to.
That's cool, man. Where do you get the little stamp?
The little wax seals?
That's fucking cool. That's Game of Thrones shit right there.
Yeah,
bro.
I bought you believe it or not, it is, Etsy.
Yeah?
Yeah, Etsy. Yeah, you can buy wax seals. It's like some lady, like she lives in Tomball or something. And she has like a huge selection to choose from.
Fuck, that's pretty cool.
So yeah, apparently, it's too thoughtful these days.
So you're an old soul then, man. You like to consider yourself an old soul.
Pretty much, yeah. I like, like back in those days. No, I'm kidding.
Fuck.
I'm not going that back.
You're not doing Make America Great Again.
Yeah.
You're not,
I'm not a boomer.
You don't have a red hat yet.
Yeah, I'm not a boomer soul.
You heard about? You told me about like movies and music and shit, or not music, but I was gonna ask you about that now. What about music? Would you consider yourself? You listen to older shit, or you still listen to like newer stuff? What do you listen to?
thankfully or not, for Spotify, it always tells me I have a diverse taste. So I'm glad to have that.
Okay.
I listen from anything. I'm gonna be honest. Recently, I'm listening to more older music, but every now and once in a while, like some new song gets stuck in my head. Honestly, like I guess top of my head, I like Alice in Chains.
Okay.
I like you go Nas or AZ. I like
Nas, dude. I love Nas and
Nas.
AZ. AZ's the shit.
Ho Happy Jackie. That's
People don't talk about AZ,
AZ. I was like,
bro.
dude, this
AZ's
guy's a
motherfucker.
lyricist.
AZ's a motherfucker, dude.
Big L. I
Big
love
L,
Big
RIP.
L, man. I actually have his CD. And I was like,
One of my goals is to go to New York to
and
the
take a
mural.
picture
Yeah,
on that street sign. Yeah.
dude. That mural is so fucking iconic, and I look it up every once in a while just to make sure it's still there.
Yeah.
I get nervous. I'm like, man, I hope they don't gentrify this shit and like paint over it or something.
And Big
like,
L, he's one of the best lyricists I've ever heard.
his freestyles are fucking crazy.
Oh my
dog.
god, that's why as you were mentioning, I was like, yeah, if I go to New York one day, I want to take a picture on that street sign, like in his album picture, like that,
That'd be fucking hard, bro.
or do the L thing.
Dude, he was such a fucking beast. He's low key the one that put Jay-Z on. Low key, when you watch like the freestyles and shit, Jay-Z's there, but he's just like, he's not who he like eventually became. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember Nas was saying that there was like a rap competition or something, or it was like some battle of MCs or something like that, and he heard a Big L before he went on, and after he heard Big L rap, he was like, I have to compete against that. He's like, this is what I have to go against.
Yeah, it was such fucking. I actually seen a video earlier. This has nothing to do with Big L necessarily, but it was Nelly talking about like how he like whenever he was coming up. I ain't gonna lie, bro. When I was a younger guy, a younger kid, I mean literally a kid, I was super into Nelly. I don't know why. I liked all that shit, bro.
Getting hot in here.
Batter up, all that shit.
Grills.
Fucking, if you wanna ride with me and shit like that. I don't know why. I love Nelly. And but I saw an interview he was talking about it, and he's just like, man, he's like, people don't understand. Like, he's like, when I was coming out, I had to compete with 50 Cent, I had to compete with Eminem, I had to compete with DMX, Exhibit. He's like, I had to compete with all these guys. He's like, it's fucking hard, bro. He's like, we had to like really put in work. And I was like, damn, I didn't think about it, but he's right. Like, he's like, Jay-Z, all these people had to compete against. I'm like, dude, it's totally different now where to like in terms of like marketing and shit.
Yeah.
Before it was really just like music videos and maybe like posters here and there and shit.
You had to get the label to hire a PR firm for you to even put you out there. And now, well, for the good or for the worse, it's easier to get out there now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is true, huh? It's a good like almost like the lesser of two evils.
Yeah, right. Because with right, everything has a good and the bad side, right? It's easier to get out there, but it's easier to put more garbage out. But it's also easier to get more talent out.
Man, you took me back right now because when I was like in middle school and shit, I was super anti like mainstream music, bro. I hated Lil Wayne. I didn't really hate Drake, but I was kind of like, he was kind of associated with Lil Wayne, so I just kind of assumed he was shit. But I was into like Immortal Technique, Jedi Mind Tricks, all that shit, dude. I was super, super into like underground music.
One thing I'm grateful for is that my parents never monitored what I watched on TV or on the internet as a kid.
That's pretty cool.
You fell into like a rabbit hole. I remember like I was a kid and I was like, I liked NWA. I liked the whole.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah, I was like in Eazy-E, MC Ren, and Dr. Dre, and that's how I was getting into that like at 11 years old. And I was like, I shouldn't be listening to this.
That's kind of cool though, because like you were a West Coast guy, like originally.
Yeah, I was like, right, just doing like Tupac.
Fuck. Have you been back to the West Coast like since moving back here?
I have not. I definitely if the military allows me to travel a lot, then definitely LA would be one place to go to, because I know you can get based in San Diego.
Mm-hmm. I went to the West Coast. All of we flew to Phoenix. We met my boy Paul in Phoenix, and then he had rented a car, and we went from like Phoenix to Cali to Oregon to Seattle, like all the whole West Coast kind of thing. And it was cool. I like being over there. The weather is fucking incredible. It was really nice. Although it started raining in San Francisco, but it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, that's one thing I heard. Like, it's just like comparing to California. There's a reason it's expensive there, folks, because apparently it's a great place to live.
It was super. Even the beaches were like pretty cool.
I just heard the water's cold.
Yo, it is. You know what's funny though? That's so funny you said that, bro. Because like we went in like December, and it wasn't super cold when we got there. It was probably like 60s or 70s. But like as soon as we got to like Venice, I like took my shoes off and I was like, damn, I have to go to the beach. I wasn't gonna jump in the water or nothing like that, but I just wanted to be like on the beach. and I took my shoes off, my socks, and the sand was so fucking cold, bro.
Oh shit.
It was like way colder than like the water, because once I put my feet in the water, it wasn't that bad. It actually felt kind of like not warm, but like definitely warmer than like the sand.
Yeah.
It was fucking with me. I'm like, why is this? What is going on right now? Like, why the fuck is the water? I'm so used to like the opposite.
Yeah, it's like you forget. I was like, Galveston is more of a tropical climate.
I guess so. Yeah.
Well, not tropical, but it's like the Gulf of Mexico, and the water's warm. The water's nice.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not as pretty, but you know,
it's definitely not as pretty. Although I took some good photos recently. There, it was pretty cool. I went with Mariah and Isaac. Shout out to them. Which was pretty cool.
Yeah, you gotta wait every 5 years so that way it turns blue.
Hey, for real, bro.
Every 5 years, like, it just turns blue. So.
And motherfuckers just pull up real quick.
Yeah, and apparently everyone loves Galveston now.
Yeah, everyone's like taking photos. That's when I need to take photos there, bro. When it's like blue.
Oh man, but yeah. So getting out of Houston, you know.
I was gonna ask you about. Do you listen to any modern people now? Like, or some modern artists that you fuck with now at all?
I cannot name off the top. Usually it's whatever. Probably like some house music artist from France or something like that.
So you're not listening to like a 21 Savage or like a fucking.
I probably like a couple of his songs. I can't name off the top of my head, but
I feel like you'd be into like more like a JID, like Jid, or maybe like. I guess a Kendrick, but Kendrick's kind of like he's old school. Not old school, but he's older now compared to like newer artists.
Yeah, he's established. Mm-hmm. I guess I'm gonna be honest. As far as modern music would go, I'd always go to a little bit of Drake, but I haven't listened to his recent stuff lately.
I didn't like his last shit. Although I liked his like EP, the Scary Hour shit. I thought that was pretty dope because he had an Alchemist on there and shit.
I think the last couple of songs that I liked that he made was, I think, back in 2020. It was that album.
The demo shit,
demo
the Dark Knight demos, or whatever.
But what was the one you released in 2013? Nothing was the same.
That was a good album.
That was a good album. I like that.
That was a good album.
Yeah.
I like Views, low key. Views is probably like my favorite from his. Or I thought More Life was straight too, because it was like a different mix. His shit's just so long though, bro.
Yeah.
His albums are fucking long. Him and Kanye have the same problem where like it's just so long. Where I'm like, it's too much, man. I don't feel like listening to all this shit, you know?
Yeah, that's why I was like, what I usually do, when I start a song, I let it play from the beginning, skip to the middle, skip to the end. So that way it gives me it's like getting little samples.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, this one's, yeah.
Like you're about to purchase it or some shit.
No, like a sample from like the food court or something like that.
Oh, I got you.
Okay, so this part of the song, it sounded quite interesting to me, so I'll go back to this one. And then that's when I let the whole song play.
Damn, so you wouldn't even go through it like...
I go through each song and I skip the beginning, middle, and end. And I let it play in segments, so I get a chunk of the song. And I was like, okay.
Damn,
so with this song
right now.
What?
That's how you blew my mind. That's kind of crazy.
So I was like, okay, so there's this. I let him play for like little chunks. I was like, okay, so the middle part sounds interesting. So if I ever go back to the song, I know to give it a chance and let it play through the beginning, which I didn't like, and then I'll get to the good part.
Would you add it though, like to your library?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm kind of recently right now. I just kind of been into like just rock, like Alice in Chains, a little bit of Motley Crue. I think, but being an old soul, I mean, I definitely do like songs from the '60s because I love mafia films like Goodfellas or Bronx Tale. Yes. And I'm not gonna be.
As you can see right behind me.
Oh yeah.
I got a fucking Goodfellas poster right
I need
there.
to get a Sopranos poster.
Hey, no bullshit. I definitely want that. I want one of the season. I love the way their season covers look. Yeah. Like season 2, season 3. I love the way those posters look. So I definitely want to get one of those like framed somewhere.
Yeah, because of, crazy how, such a movie can influence, your taste. That's the reason why I like Frank Sinatra. Oh, man, he's also another guy I love listening to.
Nah, Frankie Blue Eyes, bro. Yeah. He's fucking dope.
Him and he's kind of the reason. Him and he was like an old comedian called Don Rickles. I like.
Yeah.
He's the reason why when I turned 21, I went to a bar and I don't know crap about drinking. I was like, I never drunk before, but because of them, I was like, give me a vodka on the rocks, and they're the reason why I don't drink at all. Like it's rare to drink, but for some reason I don't think
we ever drank.
Together. We never haven't. But if I ever were, because of them, they're the reason why I can just sip vodka by itself.
Just vodka.
I just sip it like water.
I do like vodka, bro. I like I'm not a huge drinker either, honestly. I definitely don't drink beer like that. It's so weird when I think of like my parents and shit. Well, my mom not so much, but like my dad or even like Nick's dad. like they're like fucking pretty. Like they could hold it down for sure, bro. They'll like drink like they'll go through like a fucking 12-pack like nothing, bro.
I can do one.
I could do like maybe 3, maybe.
The only beer I could really kind of go for it is Guinness. That's because I like watching Liverpool.
Oh, you're a Liverpool fan.
I'm a Liverpool fan. So
I'm an Arsenal guy, bro.
I know, I saw that.
I was so fucking close to wearing my jersey today. That's so funny.
I was gonna bring a Liverpool shirt too.
Oh my god, dude! If you did, I would have changed. No bullshit.
Yeah, I was like,
my boy Fernando's. He's a huge Liverpool fan. He's fucking when they won during like COVID and shit. He was so fucking hype, bro.
Believe it or not, I didn't really become a Liverpool fan until I was like 19. I didn't even watch soccer until I was 19. Mm-hmm. That's when the World Cup. The 2018 World Cup was, God, that Ronaldo free kick against Spain.
That shit was crazy.
The 3-3 match, that got me into soccer.
When Mexico beat Germany, that fucking blew my mind, bro. Holy shit. Because they were the champions from like the last World Cup.
Yeah, the World Cup is, I mean, I kind of follow soccer a little bit now, but the World Cup is one thing I can't miss.
I definitely, it's funny. I follow the Premier League more than most, honestly, because I don't really follow like La Liga MX, which is like the Mexico league. Me neither. I follow here and there, but like not really. Usually, like when I watch a game, like a full game, it's with like my dad. If he's like, "Oh, come over, let's watch like Chivas fucking play America or some shit, El Clásico," and I'll pull up over there and watch it. But I don't know any of the players really, to be honest with you.
Yeah, like
I think Chicharito's back over there though.
Oh, he is.
Chivas. I think he's back at Chivas, bro.
Oh man, he's definitely raking in a lot of revenue for them.
Nah, for real. He's bald now, which is kind of tripping me out. It's like, damn, dude.
You watch a lot of Andrew Tate.
Hey, maybe this motherfucker's a top G, bro.
He's playing with sunglasses, running.
He was in Europe for a little bit, so who knows? He wasn't in Europe. Hopefully, he wasn't in Romania.
He played in the Romanian league.
That'd be fucking terrible.
But yeah, I think like I do keep up with the Premier League. I do like looking at the standings. But if it's not the World Cup,
y'all are number 1 though right now.
I think so. Yeah, and Arsenal's number 2. Surprisingly,
Arsenal's fucking putting up numbers like crazy,
I saw it. I
bro.
was like winning by 5 goals. It was like, and I thought Manchester City was gonna do. I mean, they're still good, but I was like Arsenal and Liverpool. I was like, how's Liverpool still number 1? It's like, don't get me wrong, guys. I'm a Liverpool guy, but they lost some guys.
Yeah.
They're still number 1. I was like,
because am I tripping, or like wasn't Salah injured for a little bit?
I think
he missed like a couple of games or some shit like that. I don't know if he was playing in a different thing or what, but
I'm not sure. I haven't watched Liverpool in a bit. I need to start catching up on their games. But
man, Fern, it's funny because we have this. He got me into this whole fucking what's it called, bro? Like a fantasy league.
Yeah.
Of the Premier League. And dude, whenever it was draft day, I went to the gym. And as soon as I got out, I'm just getting multiple calls from him. He's like, bro. He's like, it's your turn to the draft. Go ahead. So I'm like, fuck. So I'm picking random people. I got De Bruyne.
Oh, nice.
But he got fucking injured right in the beginning, dog. If he didn't get injured, I feel like I would have been top.
I actually saw De Bruyne in person. I think
for real?
In 2022 when Manchester City came to Houston to play Club America.
What?
I saw De Bruyne score 2 goals.
That's fucking dope. What the hell?
And then Holland, he didn't play, but he was there and he walked the field. So
he's a tall fucking guy, bro. He's pretty tall now.
Yeah, he's pretty tall. He has that weird
He has that.
It's like his face is like a rectangle, and then it's like they didn't stretch out his face large enough, so he's just like a little face.
He has that like Majin Buu or like Kid Buu, Super Buu kind of shit, bro.
Yeah, it's like they got someone else's face, cut it out, and then put it on an empty canvas on blank. They just forgot to stretch it out proportional to the face. But he has talent. I'll give him that.
Nah, for sure. I mean, he was going off last year like crazy. Even earlier this year, he was going off, but he kind of things kind of slowed down. It only makes sense though, you know what I mean? You can't fucking
You can't be number 1 all the time. You can't be Ronaldo or Messi.
Nah, dude.
Those are once in a lifetime type stuff.
Nah, for sure. And you know what's funny? I don't keep up with that shit at all, but I heard that's probably Fern at least tells me that's probably the best soccer is the Spanish league.
La Liga, yeah.
Madrid and Barcelona and all that shit.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think the only ones that are super competitive are La Liga and the Premier League. Because in Germany, I mean, they got Bayern Munich, which they're number 2 now, but that's what happens when a team wins the league for 10 years straight. So I was like, that's not competitive.
Right. Same with the Italian leagues, no? Like Napoli or
Serie A. Yeah, to be honest, it's either going to be AC Milan, Napoli, Juventus, or Inter Milan. You don't really hear
the main ones.
You don't hear about anybody else.
Mm-hmm. No, I feel you on that. I remember the day that Ronaldo went to Juventus, or like that week or that month, we went to the mall. Me and my cousin. Boy, the malls are sold out, bro. All the Juventus shit was sold out. I was like, whoa, whoa,
Those little in between kiosks.
all that
Even
shit,
the bootleg
dog.
jerseys were selling out.
Yeah, dude, all that shit. I was like,
Those
what the
bootleg
fuck?
jerseys.
Because I remember seeing the jersey. I knew how it looked, because
Yeah.
especially the J and shit. I was like, okay. And then we went to get like I think shoes or some shit. Boy, all that shit was gone. I'm talking about the shelves were cleared. Like all that shit was. They had like maybe size like small and shit like that. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, those two guys, they can.
I don't think people realize how big these fucking guys are, bro. Especially like most Americans, because
Yeah.
they don't really keep up with it as much. But like these are like fucking bro. They're like one of the most followed people on social media. Both of them.
I think Ronaldo's the most followed person on Instagram.
Man, he is a fucking, and he's been that too for a minute too. It's been like since I was in school. Since I was
Crazy.
in like middle school.
He debuted in like I don't know 2003, 2004.
Would you say he's like a LeBron almost? Because LeBron debuted in 03.
About so, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have that longevity because even in that high level, you don't really play for that long.
Yeah, no,
And
definitely
to
not.
do it for what 20 years already?
That's what for because I get up most of my soccer information from like my friend Fern. Shout out to him, and he's always telling me that like, man, a couple more years for Messi, bro. After that, he's like, it's probably it.
End of an era.
And he's a huge Messi fan, so I'm like, fuck, if he's saying this, that is probably it. Then I'm glad he won the World Cup and shit, because like that's probably like one of his last. It's definitely the last chance for like Ronaldo for sure.
Yeah, it was like the last trophy he needed for his little trophy collection.
I remember when I was in California when all that shit was going down, when Ronaldo lost, when Portugal lost.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, we wanted Argentina-Portugal final.
Dude, there was this dude on the side. I don't know where. I think we were in Hollywood, and you know the little like not kiosks like you said, but like shops on the side.
Yeah.
There was this dude watching it. He was selling, I think, fucking pots or some shit, or not pots, but like pottery or some shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, Pedro Cristiano, perdió, perdió, and I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh my god, they were showing the highlights and shit. He's like, no, hombre, se perdió. Ahora Messi. Hey, ahora Messi. And he was like, all right. So he was like, all right, now it's Messi's time. But I remember it would trip me out. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, this random guy is just like so into it like that.
Yeah, like you said, like the amount of like reach and influence these guys have. Like it could be some, super rich country or like some third world country in Africa. Like you'll always see like a Messi or Ronaldo jersey. Like
Not for sure.
But yeah, definitely it is sad seeing them get older in it. But it's an end of an era,
It
and
is, bro. It is, yeah,
it's a time for change.
We were talking about soccer, but you're a big boxing fan, man. What's up with that? You still keep up with this shit at all? Or?
I can't. No, I can't. I mean, I got nothing against it because, I mean, like any other big sport, it's a business, so it's about making money. Just boxing, I can't. It broke my heart. I was like,
what was the moment? Because you were a huge fan, bro. Me and
Yeah.
you were like pretty like. That's how we like became cool. It's like you were into boxing.
what happened is when Oscar De La Hoya said, guys, you want to see this fight? We got to let it marinate for 4 years. And I was like, dude, we got to wait for Triple G for Canelo for what? How long? Dude, these guys were beasts, and it stuff happened. The fights we wanted, if we got them,
Bro,
the guys
I
were out
think
of
they
their
fought
prime.
after I graduated, low key. I think they fought until like 2017.
Yeah. So I was like, every fight we wanted, the guys were always out of the prime. Like, think about Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. How many years did that take to happen?
That's the one I felt. That's the one that I felt as a fan. I was just like, wow, they're not doing this when they're like, everyone wants to see it.
Yeah, and then when they finally do it, what happened? One of them was hurt, and then
His fucking shoulder was like dislocated or
one
some
of
shit.
the-
His shoulder blade was
his,
fucked.
yeah, rotator cuff was messed up, and it's like, I was like, did we really just watch whole rounds of one of the most boring boxing matches? Which respect to Floyd, I'll give him credit. He's like the best defensive boxer I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
The shoulder roll, that counter punching, it's amazing. And I'm glad maybe for the health of the boxers too, because now, depending on how you see it, fortunately or unfortunately, most fighters try to win by points.
Yeah.
The knockout thing is no longer.
Mm-hmm.
If you can do it like in a heavyweight, like Deontay Wilder, cool. Because there's some fighters that know that the chances of them winning by points isn't that high, so they go for the knockout. But you don't see that often anymore.
No.
Deontay Wilder's like the only one that I think that he tries to go for a knockout.
Wilder, there's some like middle Benavidez kind of, but even then that's TKOs. It's not really like knockouts. It's not clean knockouts. You know?
Yeah, I think one guy that I do like is Naoya Inoue.
Oh, he's a motherfucker.
The monster.
He's a motherfucker. I'll be honest with you. I like Inoue a lot, bro.
I love watching his recent fights, and I was like, dude, this guy is like he's like Julio Cesar Chavez or
For
something.
sure, bro. He just goes for it. It fucked me up when he like I saw it because I remember seeing the fight that he had with Nonito, and it being like, oh my god, he almost lost. And then like the rematch, he just kills Nonito
Dominates
within
him.
like 2 rounds. I'm like, wow, what the fuck?
Then he, I don't
He
think
he moved up in weight and just took out the dude like immediately as well.
it's like this guy from Japan. I was like, Jesus, like you don't. Oh, usually, right? Japanese fighters, they tend to fight in the lower weight classes.
I think he's like he's more higher than most. You're right. He's like 120 something, which usually they're like 105, 110 or something, or 115.
And that's what I like to see in boxing. Like a guy puts his country on the map, just like Triple G. Before Triple G, the only thing I knew about Kazakhstan was
Borat.
So Triple G, he put respect on Kazakhstan.
Now they're coming into MMA, bro.
Oh, the Dagestan.
The Dagestanis too, but like that was really Habib. Habib brought the whole Dagestani shit over here. But in terms of like Kazakhstan, bro, there's this dude named Shavkat Rakhmonov, and he's the same way, dude. He has a record of he's 18-0, I believe, all finishes. He's never gone to a decision. He's like 5-0 in the UFC, all finishes.
Wow.
He's finished everybody he's been in there with. He's like a beast, bro. He's super beast.
And it's very difficult to do that in the UFC.
Oh, for sure, bro.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well,
That's
boxing,
just there's so many fucking variables of like. That's what I was telling my brother. I'm like, yo, in boxing, like you could do it, and I think that's what kind of people fell in love with now. Now it's more of like their record.
Yeah.
You know,
Padding
Floyd kind of like put that where it's like undefeated is like the gold standard, or undefeated is like, you know, this is what you should strive for, is being undefeated. Which, don't get me wrong, that's fucking dope.
Yeah. But you also gotta appreciate, like, you know, sometimes, you know, they win fans over with the heart, right? Because I know one of my all-time favorite fighters is Arturo Gatti.
Oh man, what
him
a
and
beast.
Mickey Ward.
Dude,
that trilogy, that was one of the most beautiful things I've seen.
Nah, for real, dude. The first and the third fight are like, those are my favorite. I could watch that shit all day.
Yeah, that's one of the few boxing matches I could just watch like multiple times. Like those guys.
Nah, they really like put. I mean, that's giving yourself to the sport, though. You know what I'm saying? That's literally like putting your body like boom.
Yeah, which like it sucks, but when people see like, you know, your dedication to your sport, that's when people like you. But nowadays, it's pretty much just holding the belts hostage.
Yeah. Even with the undisputed shit, it's kind of getting funny like that now. We have undisputed champion, which is cool, but then it's also like they're gonna hold on to this shit and like not defend it.
And then you got super champion, interim champion.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all, bro.
We should make a part-time champion belt too.
I hate that shit. How did you feel about the whole like YouTube craze that went on for like the past like year or two? It's kind of dying now, I'll be honest with you. Although they did announce fucking Mike Tyson and Jake Paul today. I don't know if you've seen that, but
like I said, it's just like a bunch of media. It's just the whole point is not that it's going to be good. It's just that it attracts attention. Like
it's not good. I watched one of the cards. I was like, wow, this is like it's not even like amateur level. It's like super bad. It's like really like not even. And that's what would trip me out with Jake Paul, because casual people be like, oh fuck, dude, he's leveling up each fight, and I'm watching him jab and shit. I'm like, dude, he's not, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like, he wouldn't even win like a Golden Gloves,
right?
In like Houston, or a Golden Gloves like
USA
wherever
boxing tournament.
Nah, him or Tommy Fury, I don't think would have won that shit, bro. They're both kind of like trash, to be honest with you.
And that's kind of the part that kind of got me that right. First, it was the fights taking forever to happen, and then I got nothing against them if they're making a crap ton of money. I mean, go for it.
Yeah, you're making money. You're making money. I
ain't hating on that, but it's like it's literally like TikTok fights.
And some of the cards are literally TikTok fights. They'll have TikTokers on there, or like a streamer on there,
which, you know, it kind of does ruin the sport. Not ruin it, but it does give a little bit of bad taste. And then, like, you know, it kind of takes away from the guys that are really into it and dedicated to the sport. But
for sure, dude.
But unfortunately, depending on which side you're on, you know, the kids are buying it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are there any fights that you would like would kind of pull you back in? Like, what did you get back in for, like Crawford and Spence? That was a big fight.
Yeah, that was interesting to see. Crawford and Spence
beat the fuck out of him. I did not expect that.
Yeah,
I was like, holy
Spence,
shit!
And you got thrown on a Ferrari and you recovered, and now you lose to do this. You get in the.
Bro, I thought he died.
When
I saw that footage, dude. When I saw that footage of his Ferrari flying around, like literally flying in the air, I was like, dude, what?
Didn't he get launched out of it or something?
Yeah. He got fucked up, bro.
So I'll give him respect. I was okay. You got in the ring after that, but I was like, you did all. You had that. You think you would get that near death experience that makes you go harder, like Rocky or something. Like he was gonna have that. That training.
Yeah, he really didn't. I'm trying to think his performances after. I don't think none of them blew me away like that. Oh, the only one would be when he fought. Ugas. That was a good performance. When he fucked his eyes up and shit like that. That was like a solid performance. But other than that, I was like, okay. But I thought he had Crawford low key going into that fight. I would have put money on Spence.
Yeah, like everyone saw him. I was like, this guy has the potential to end this guy's 0, right? Because Crawford's undefeated.
Yeah, he was undefeated. They're both undefeated.
But again, it's just like people like Lomachenko. He's old now. He's still great, but
did you think he beat Haney? I thought he did, bro. I'll be honest with you.
I did not watch. I didn't fortunately get the chance to watch.
Whenever you have time, watch that fight because I really thought he beat Haney, bro. Especially like the last 5 rounds, I was like, oh my god, like he's just winning.
And that's kind of my other gripe with boxing is that, again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but the scoring can be a little bit weird sometimes.
It's weird because like in that one, I'll give you an example. So in that one, the people that said that Haney won, right? They're like, oh my god, did you not see the body work? He was putting in so much body work. Are you kidding me? The whole first half of the fight, he was attacking the body. And in my head, I'm like, okay, now body punches like mean, like they're like scored so highly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And 2, if the punches aren't like affecting Lomachenko at all, I don't really count them like that heavy. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't like raise those as heavy as the shit that Lomachenko did on the second half. Because the second half of the fight, bro, I'm telling you, he was piecing him up like every round. Haney was in the corner like, Dad, I can't see, shit like that. Like he was fucking freaking out. So I'm like, man, even his face after he won, I was like, dude, you got one, bro. Like you got like.
And it's annoying when like it's 3 judges and you see the first 2 judges, their scores are pretty similar, and then it's always the third or second judge whose score is just so different.
Fucking crazy, yeah.
Like one guy's like, okay, this guy was winning by 1 or 2 points, and then you go to that one judge, he was winning by 4 points in my opinion.
And it's always like that.
And I was like, dude, like what's going on?
When fucking Canelo fought Floyd, they gave it a draw. One of them, get the fuck out of here. What are you crazy?
Like, come on, man. I was like, I know people wanted Canelo to win, but Floyd,
come on, dude.
Floyd took him to school, man.
Yeah, nah, definitely not. I mean, he was 23, but still, like, dude, he fucking got him.
I mean, you saw that one of the parts is like when Canelo tries to hit him and Floyd just leans back on the ropes and just goes back like this.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
dude, like that's that's.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. A lot of people got lucky that Floyd didn't have power, because if he had power and was schooling these fucking guys like that, oh, he would have been fucking incredible.
Like, yeah, when he countered Marquez and stuff like that, when he ducks under Marquez's punch and then throws the fist, like he ducks and throws a punch to his face. It's like if he hit really hard, like
if he had like, let's say he had like Crawford power or even Spence power, he would be a fucking animal, bro. Are you kidding me?
He'd probably have way more knockouts on his record.
Low key, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like imagine if he had knockout power and then going against a knockout power having guy Pacquiao.
Oh my god!
Imagine 2 power punchers.
Bro, that was the fight. Because I still think, I think there's a version of Pacquiao that beats a version of Floyd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just by the time we got it, it was so like.
Yeah,
shit.
it was just like we really went after this guy. It's like, because I remember I like I said, I love Floyd for his defensive work. I appreciate it. Like he took some people to school.
Yeah, not for sure.
But I do love Pacquiao's story of him only becoming a star because he was like a 2-week replacement for like a championship. Was it for Barrera or something like that?
Barrera, or there was another one. It was this African fighter. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
That was like the initial one.
Yeah, he was like, we need this. There's this guy from the Philippines. He can take the fight after the other guy said he couldn't. And then when the world saw, I didn't see that much of that when he fought that African fighter, but when I saw him take Barrera, I was
oh my god, that was crazy.
He made him quit, right? They made him throw in the towel, or Barrera said, I don't want it anymore. And I was like, this.
You're talking about Barrera, who just like coming off the heels of like the whole Eric Morales like rivalry and shit like that.
The guy who defeated Nassim Hamed.
Yeah, I mean it was a big deal, bro. When he like lost, I was like, oh shit.
And then Pacquiao came in, and then Pacquiao also fought Morales too.
Pacquiao, bro, I'm telling you, Pacquiao to me is like, he's the guy. I'm not gonna lie to you. For me personally, I rank Pacquiao like pretty high in terms of like favorite fighters of all time. We could do that. I don't know if you could name it off the top of your head, but Top 5 favorite boxers of all time. Just favorite, not the best, but just favorite.
Top favorite? Okay. So my top 5 would be Arturo Gatti.
Okay.
Because of his heart. I'm not gonna lie, I am a Mike Tyson fan. I loved like not just watching the knockouts, but seeing his defense and footwork and him just dodging and countering punches
When he was fucking with Cus D'Amato and shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then Julio Cesar Chavez.
Yeah, senior.
Please, senior, not the pothead.
Junior is so fucking crazy, dog. Yeah. And I always knew it too. Like whenever me and my dad would watch him, I'll be like, something tells me this guy's gonna fuck up one of these days, bro. Honestly, like I don't know what it was, but either his interviews or what the fuck. But I'm like, he seems like he's gonna fuck up. And then once eventually he's doing he's on IG Live doing cocaine and shit. Like after the Canelo fight, I'm like, oh this motherfucker, like he's lost it. But senior Julio
senior, that guy he got me into boxing.
Oh man.
And Marvin Hagler.
Marvelous Marvin Hagler,
this guy, I love his story. No one gave him a chances, and he took it for himself. And that you got to
talk about hard work,
running backwards and stuff like that. The fact that he could switch from southpaw to orthodox, he fought both stances.
Do you think he beat Ray Leonard when he fought him?
That
was a close fight.
That was a close fight, maybe. And then I would have to say Salvador Sanchez.
Oh my god, dude.
Unfortunately, he died very young, but he was my favorite because you saw that if that accident didn't happen, he could have gone him versus Julio Cesar Chavez. That is a dream match that I was like, man.
You want to talk about potential? His potential was like, oh my god, it was incredible. Although this guy went out crazy, but Edwin Valero.
Is that the Venezuelan?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He murdered his girl, right?
And then he hung himself.
Fucking crazy. But that was another guy who he was 28-0, all knockouts. Like just insane shit that you just don't see.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like most of these fighters, and it's crazy because some of the greatest fighters also had some of the biggest demons in them.
Yeah, not for sure. Mike Tyson.
It came from the gutter. I read Mike Tyson's book. That was a real good book, The Undisputed Truth.
I think I have the fucking do I have it over here? I had his stand up, bro.
Oh, the one man show?
Yeah, the one man show. Damn, I don't know if I have it up here anymore. It was somewhere around here.
But yeah. Mike Tyson, Arturo Gatti, Julio Cesar Chavez, Marvin Hagler.
Who would be your number one? I don't know where the fuck is that, but I definitely have it.
Gosh, who would be my number one? Let's see. I would probably say, in terms of taking it to the almost perfect record, would be Julio Cesar Chavez. I get it that
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Because to go 89.
So that was 5 then. Okay, you fucked me up a little bit.
Yeah, it was 5, right?
Yeah.
But for him to do 89-0, like
crazy shit.
And that's crazy to do it because think about it, it's anything could happen in a fight.
Anything.
Anything. What maybe someone partied hard the night before, or
maybe he was sick.
Maybe he was sick, or maybe Manny Pacquiao tore his rotator cuff, and to take it to almost 100 and
fucking insane, man.
That was so far no one's really come that close to doing it.
Nah, I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon, bro. Especially when we were talking about earlier, not necessarily padding records, but fights just being more drawn out. It's just not gonna happen.
And to start off in Mexico, that's tough, man.
For sure.
Because think about it, Mike Tyson kind of slacked off, but even the Buster Douglas fight when he lost for the first time, it's
a lot of variables. I mean, in all honesty, if Floyd fought as frequently as Chavez did, he probably would have lost, bro. No bullshit.
Yeah, right. Because eventually, once he was top dog and had all the belts, he was only fighting twice a year.
Spread out. Not even. It was voluntary matchups sometimes, not mandatories.
I was thinking about adding him to my list, but also Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yeah, Duran and both of those guys are really fucking good.
The brawl in Montreal when he beat Sugar Ray Leonard for the first time. It was
one of my favorite fights, bro.
Sugar Ray Leonard was obviously he has his own legacy in the beast, but when you got a guy whose nickname is Hands of Stone, it was and he showed Sugar Ray. I was like, you're not invincible, man.
Sugar Ray was like heated as fuck too after he lost.
And then the
bro.
second fight when Sugar Ray came back, I was like,
yeah. That kind of shit, man. I want to see.
The 80s were definitely a good era for
yeah,
boxing.
definitely.
Hector
Yeah.
Macho Camacho.
I was gonna ask you, what do you think about the whole? Because now, although it's the terms of like what's making it happen is kind of crazy, but a lot of the Saudi people are bringing in those kind of like super fights. Like we're getting Fury Usyk, we're getting. I think they were trying to do something with Tank, but they couldn't reach a deal or some shit like that. But they're doing these big ass like super fights that we want to see. Is just they're gonna be
In
over
Saudi.
in Saudi.
Well,
A lot of it's sports watching.
Yeah. Although it is sports watching.
Yeah, a lot of it is sports watching because some of the events, especially like the MMA ones, because they're now like they put in money into PFO, which is like a secondary company of the UFC. It's just sport watching, bro. Like those events are doing abysmal. There's no one in the crowd. Like it's bad.
It's really just to bring tourism over. One of my
It's Riyadh season.
Yeah, one of my favorite things was it was a soccer game and it was Al Nasser, you know, who Cristiano Ronaldo plays for, and it's like some match or like some trophy that no one knows about. And The Undertaker comes out to present it. Have you seen that?
I have seen that.
Yeah, it's like literally like they're all walking out.
You know, I
like,
love pro wrestling, of course. I have to see it.
Because I think the Saudi fund owns the parent company of WWE too.
WMG or whatever the fuck.
Something like that. And yeah, like you're seeing this match, and all of a sudden, like The Undertaker walks out like in his whole just to raise a trophy.
And motherfuckers are marking out, bro. All the people on the side are like, Cristiano's like, what the fuck?
He's like.
What a strange thing, dog. What a strange. Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah.
I mean, like I said, I like the fact that they are making these fights though.
Yeah,
they're making some good ass fights. Like we're getting Bertabiev and Bivol. That's happening in Saudi. Like good, legit good fights.
Yeah. So,
but at what cost?
There is certainly a cost to that, and we all know what it is, which is unfortunate. But as far as for the sports itself, I mean. It's good to see that happening again because I'm tired of. And again, no judging. If you're making money, awesome. But I don't want to see some YouTuber fight some retired MMA guy just for like a headline.
What? I'm sorry. So what? Damn, it's soccer. So soccer's not really the only sport you kind of keep up with then.
Yeah, soccer and that's pretty much.
Because you're never really into MMA like that.
I just never got into MMA. I think. Yeah, I just never got into it. I appreciate it. I respect it for what it is because, I mean, you can definitely get way more hurt in MMA than you can boxing.
You get fucked up, man.
Like, I remember watching Kevin Randleman.
And he slammed Fedor?
Yeah. What was that in Japan or something?
Yeah,
like, he just
Pride.
does a suplex and you just see his neck just make an L or something.
But Pride was on some other shit. Pride was basically like the closest to like
original UFC where there are no rules.
Yeah, or like not even like pro wrestling, bro. It was the closest to like real pro wrestling because like the promos were all like fucking WWE shit. Like they're showing Fedor in the mountains of Russia and shit, and they have like a bear, dude. And the production value, bro, it was top tier. They had like CGI graphics and shit way before the fucking UFC, way before like any of this stuff because it's the Japanese.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the closest, bro. The rules were insane. They allowed soccer kicks, bro. Totally legal. Like if I drop somebody in the UFC, if I kick him in the head, I'm disqualified.
Yeah.
In Japan, fuck it. It's totally totally legal, bro.
That's the way the samurai did it.
There was people who trained. There was this dude named Shogun. I think Mauricio Shogun Hua was his name. He trained specifically soccer kicks. There's videos of him with the dummy and like showing what he used to do, like just stomping on the head and shit. It was brutal, bro.
But he had it down to a T.
He had it down to a T, but yeah, that shit was like insane, bro. Granted, like that also had shady business where like people are like, were some of these fights real? Were some of these fixed? And also like the whole like Yakuza aspect.
Yeah.
That was a big aspect of that. But yeah, that was the closest shit I've ever seen to like real life, like pro wrestling, bro. It was just so fucking ridiculous. He's talking about guys fighting multiple times in one night, bro. Like a tournament, like real life tournaments and shit.
Like a Mortal Kombat tournament or something.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, dude. And if you're too fucked up, all right, you're done.
Yeah.
You forfeited.
That I did not know that. Yeah, I definitely gotta watch some of that.
Pride never die, bro. That's that's like the name that the slogan they used to go by. There's a company named One FC, which is like it's kinda pridey a little bit, kinda. but they don't have they don't have the superstars.
Yeah.
By any chance. I mean, Rampage was there, Fedor was there.
They're sort of like a development one, where it's like you kind of build your name up there, and then once the people like you there, just like come on to the big time.
That and like the president is fucking out of his mind, bro. This dude named Chaudhry, and he's just be saying some dumb shit, bro. He just be saying shit that doesn't make any sense at all. Like he's just saying shit like, we're number one in India or this and that. We're like number one in the country, and then like there's this MMA like media outlet that put out the numbers like, no, he's not number one. Like just immediately like just disregarding everything he fucking said.
Fake
bro.
it till you make it, huh?
Dude, there was a fighter. I think his name's like Basharat or some shit like that. He fought like 2 weeks ago, and I'm telling you, the president be saying some wild shit, bro. He be getting in trouble because I think he's like Taiwanese or something, but he speaks English like fluently. But most of his fights are in Japan and other places. So like this dude like. They also have like yellow cards and shit over there, bro. So if someone's like not being inactive or like running, how people say
yeah, they're making the fight boring.
They'll pull out a yellow card in Japan,
take out a point,
and give a warning. Yeah, and they also take away from their purse, which is fucking crazy. Yeah, but homeboy kept like fucking off, so they're just like, all right, whatever. Then they pulled out like a red card, which is like the fight's off. Like homeboy won. So he was talking to the press after the president, and he's just like. He's like, yeah, I think tonight he showed that he is not a hero to the Indian people. And I was like, yo, you're fucking crazy, dog.
Like, come on, man.
I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like, you can't be saying shit like that.
Tonight, the little boys that saw him as a hero will go to bed crying.
He just takes shit like too personal, you know what I mean? Where it's just like, you need to relax. And Dana White does that too. And even Dana White, I don't really fuck with him like that anymore, which is so sad because I used to be such a big Dana White fan. But now I'm just like,
he practices with his wife.
Yo, for sure,
he
bro.
practices MMA with his wife.
He definitely does. He definitely practices power slap. Let me tell you that right now, bro.
Oh yeah, didn't he also buy that slapping, the little slap?
Yeah, Jeffrey. Let me pitch you like power slap real quick. All right, Jeffrey. We're gonna get a pool noodle, and we're gonna have 2 lines of tape at the bottom. It's gonna be you and Nick, my brother. Yeah. And you're gonna hold the pool noodle behind your back.
All right.
And while you do that, my brother is going to put both of his feet on the line, put some chalk in his hand, wind back and smack the shit out of you. And then if you fall, you have like 20 seconds to get back up.
I seen it too. And I was like, Dana, this is not a competitive thing. People are literally watching it just to like.
It's literally CTE, the game or the sport. You know what I mean? Like, there's no defense at all. How do you train for that?
He's like, here, guys, all right, this is a sport. You can stand in front, and you'll basically turn out to be like an NFL quarterback after 20 seasons. But you don't have to play, and you don't have to play. It fucks
me up, bro, because they do weigh-ins, they do other shit, and
they do reach and stuff.
They have funny names like Crazy Chris and shit. Like, oh my god, Crazy Chris is going against like Buck Wild or some shit. Like, it's just so fucking stupid that I'm like,
chill out. This guy's dangerous. He's a southpaw slapper.
Dog, I had to mute that shit on my fucking social media. I did not want. I was tired of seeing it, dog.
And the thing is, like, it's never like the few that I've seen, it's never like a ripped guy.
No,
it's always like some 300-pound strong.
Yeah, it's always some motherfucker from Walmart just like pulling up after.
Like he just came after buying some cigarettes or something.
Yeah, it's just some dude that I gave $5 to that like is just like ready to smack the fuck out of somebody, bro.
Yeah, just like some fucking pissed off trucker from the truck stop. He's like, come on.
Basically, yeah.
Come on, Buckley, get out.
There was this dude whose eye got swollen. Do you see that shit? Dude, his face got so fucking swollen and he just wouldn't get knocked out. He had to keep going. But he looked fucked up, bro. Like his eye was just like out of there, bro. Just completely shut. I was like, Jesus Christ, the fuck?
Yeah, like you see, like these guys are really going at because you see the chalk just go.
Oh. They're like LeBron before he fucking plays.
His pregame ritual. Yeah.
How much would they have to? They're not getting paid that much. No, I fucking tell you that. But
Dana Wright's running it. They're not getting paid that much.
They're not getting paid at all. But what would I have to pay you to like participate in something like that? Not Nick, but we get somebody else. We get the Walmart manager. Fucking.
We get like the 300-pound gas station cashier.
Yeah. Well, let's say we get like the night shift manager on the local Walmart over here,
and then a trucker, and then
because you're pretty big. You're like around my size. What do you think?
To be honest, it really wouldn't be about the person. It would be about the healthcare afterwards. I was like, well, what's the insurance looking like? Well,
let's say if you get knocked out, they got you. They'll take care of it. It won't be out of your pocket at all. What's the number where like they have to do this? I mean, there's a chance you win. To be honest with you, but
It'd be like no less than 10K.
okay.
And depending on how many rounds of slapping we do too.
I think it's till the death, bro. Isn't it?
I
I think it's until someone gets knocked the fuck out. I'm pretty sure. There's no judges there.
I didn't know that. I was like, it's just
there's
corruption.
no judges, bro.
God, that's at least.
At least I don't think so. I don't think there's any judges. I'm pretty sure. I don't think. I never actually watched it. Low key. So 10K.
Yeah, probably. Well, let's go to 15. I won't cheap out too much.
I was gonna say, man, at least like 20K, 15K, 20K. Let's say they say it's 10K, but if you win, because they do this in the UFC, if you win, it's double that. So you get 20K if you win.
Now that you mentioned, I'd probably do 20K if my face is gonna get swollen.
And then they would have to match it. It'd be like 40K if you win.
Yeah, and then 40K. Yeah, that's more reasonable.
40K isn't too bad if you win.
Yeah.
But I just don't know. I mean, literally, you're just, like I said, it's just if your body holds up, you know?
Yeah, because you realize that most of these guys are like 300 pounds. They got to have a strong trunk to not get knocked out.
I don't even know why they do weigh-ins and shit. There's belts, and their belt looks like fucking like Sesame Street fucking kind of thing, dog. It's ridiculous, bro.
It's like that the WWF hardcore title is just all broken and put together with tape.
With tape. Were you ever into like wrestling and shit?
Oh,
bro?
as a kid. The wrestling is what got me into combat sports.
Ah, dude. Hell yeah, bro. I'm still into wrestling. I'm going to see Monday Night Raw on fucking Monday.
Oh, shit. I didn't know they were coming.
Yeah.
I'm not into it now. I like it when it was like what they call the ruthless aggression era.
Ruthless aggression before the attitude era. Yep.
Before they just made it PG and not PG teen.
There were some rough years. I'm not going to lie to you. Like with the transition from like TV 14 to PG.
Yeah.
Like 09 to like 2010.
I was like, guys, where's the adult humor here?
It was bad, bro. It was fucking bad. Like, there's no justifying it. You feel me? There's nothing there. I mean, 09 wasn't too bad because there was good matches here and there.
Yeah.
But, like, man, nah, dude. Like, it was just shitty. The product was just so fucking shit. And then there was, like, I don't know. This is rough. But for me, I always see pro wrestling as, like, cycles. Now it's, like, really hot. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, now it's, like, I'm pretty invested in, like, what the fuck they got going on.
Yeah, to me, obviously, right, I had to grow up and I had to accept that it was scripted. That was, but to me, it's like theater. It's like modern age theater. Like guys, he goes, don't be a snob about people that like watching wrestling because if they like watching professional wrestling, it means they're watching theater. It's a play.
Or movies,
it's like they're watching It's just that as a kid when you think that stuff's real and stuff like that.
Oh, dude, the fucking contract where it was like Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero, and they're fighting for the custody of Rey Mysterio's kid, bro.
Or you remember Evolution?
Yes, Randy Orton and Triple H.
Remember when Batista betrays Evolution? He was like, yeah, you gotta sign this paper. Like, if you sign this paper, you're going after the SmackDown championship.
So when you look back on it, Triple H and Ric Flair are like, yeah, go ahead, yeah.
And when you're a kid and you see Batista go like this, it's just
oh my god. You know what I have to ask you? What about the whole Vince McMahon shit? Do you know anything about that? He's going to jail, bro.
He is?
He's like, he has some like, damn, you don't know about this?
I heard about the allegations.
Well, they're all allegations, to be fair. But it ain't looking good to him. It ain't looking good for him. To be honest with you.
Is he going to jail or just paying a lot of money? I'm pretty sure they're gonna settle it or something.
That's what I'm saying. That's kind of how I see it. And to be honest with you, although I don't think the person who's like accusing him is lying, I don't think that at all. I think she is like telling the truth most likely. But I also feel like with them selling the company and other shit, I do get the feeling, to me, I don't know if I'm in like conspiracy theories, me into movies and shit, but I do feel like there was a play to like push this motherfucker out, bro.
Oh, it's a WWE plot where Triple H is trying to push Vince McMahon out.
Not even Triple H. I think the higher ups, like people above Triple H.
Oh, the parent company?
Yeah. Nick Khan or other people like that. I really feel I get that feeling that they're trying to like really get this guy and like make sure we know it's a new era. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Vince did a lot. I'll give him credit. He did participate in this.
No, he did a lot. He did a lot for the company and for the sport completely, or for the sport for the whole
The,
for the
athletic theater.
Yeah. I'll say the sport for the whole pro
It's
wrestling
product, yeah.
sport. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the allegations I was reading were like wild, bro. But they're almost so fucking ridiculous that I'm like, this can't be real.
I mean, these guys were rock stars. Think about it. They were living like, especially Vince in the '80s when it first took off. Like these guys are Hulk Hogan and Macho Man. You heard the stories from them themselves about all the crazy stuff they've done.
Yeah.
Lex
Those guys were
Luger.
coked the fuck up, bro. They were coked up.
Yeah. You seen those Ultimate Warrior promos where he's going,
He's shaking and shit.
He's just shaking the ropes, and then you see just him jacked and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, they were definitely like inebriated for sure, bro.
And then I don't know how Macho Man's vessels were doing when he always talked like this, straining like the veins on his neck and stuff like that.
I love his promos, bro. I'll be honest with you, bro.
Cream of the crop.
The cream of the crop. And then he has like a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
With a little cream and shit.
Yeah.
A cup of coffee in the big time.
Especially I like one of my favorite promos of his is like when he's trying to take over the NWO from Hulk Hogan. He's like, why can't you guys fight to be number 2? He goes, I don't have a problem with that. But I'm number 1.
What cracked me up was like when he was in the NWO, he had like a bandana and his sunglasses, and they matched. They like somehow
they merged.
Yeah, they merged
into a one piece.
The lightning bolts went in from like his head to from his do-rag to like his fucking glasses.
It was like a one piece. It was like attached to it.
Did you realize as a kid that he was in Spider-Man 1 as Bonesaw?
No,
I didn't realize that
me
either.
neither.
I didn't realize that either.
And then you look back at it and you're like, how could it be so dumb? He's like, I got you for 3 minutes.
3 minutes of playtime. Such a meme. That movie is such a fucking meme, bro.
Yeah, I remember I saw when sort of like when the homeless man sees you at the red light, he's like, I got you 3 minutes of playtime.
Dude, there's a lot of homeless people here, bro. I'll be honest with you, man.
Yeah. I remember one of my favorite adventures of driving home when I used to work at that place was driving home from like 3 or 4 in the morning and homeless.
Yeah, did you have to get gas?
Thankfully, no. Thankfully, I always made sure to put gas.
There was one time where I needed to get gas, bro. And it was night shift. And it had to be like 3:45 a.m.
Greens Point gas station.
Yeah. It had to be 3:45 a.m. And I'm pulled up. And already I'm like, what the fuck? Please tell me they have like a credit card reader. They do, thankfully. So I'm like, all right, let me pump gas. And I was like, fuck it. I fucked up, but in my head, I'm like, I'm going to just get like a full tank. Fuck it. You know, I'll be on my phone for a little bit. In the corner of my eye, I hear this motherfucker shuffling. He's like legit,
like a horror movie or something, just
like a zombie, straight up. And I look at him like, what the fuck? What happened? And he's just like, I need some cigarettes. Oh, shit, dude. I think this girl's here. Hello?
Hey, I'm about to head to my mom. I'm gonna be there in 15 minutes. Can you meet me there so I can give you the keys? I'm gonna leave like right now.
Okay, that's cool. Let me end this podcast real quick and I'll be over there.
Okay, all right, no problem.
All right, I got you.
Okay.
Damn, we're gonna have to wrap this podcast up, bro.
that's cool, dude.
But in long story short, there's this fucking crackhead who like was being creepy. He wanted cigarettes, and I totally pointed at some random guy that was also there because he was trying to buy some. You could buy some shit, but they had to like send it to you through the window.
Yeah, through the little.
And I gave it to. I was like, yo, that guy has some cigarettes over there, bro. And he's like, does he? And I'm like,
you actually believe?
Yeah.
Imagine
I was like, bro, he has them. You see him? And he's just like, and he just went over there and started shuffling. I was like, let me get the fuck out of here, bro. We'll go ahead and end it on that weird crackhead story.
Maybe another time we can talk about our wild homeless man.
Nah, for sure. I appreciate you coming by,
No
man.
problem, man. Good to see you.
Thank you so much. Hopefully, whenever you do visit, we could do another one of these.
Definitely, man. And hopefully I'll learn to put my phone on silent.
That's all good, brother. All right, guys. That's going to do it for this week's episode of a Thinking Boy podcast. I've been your host, Cesar Perez, with
Jeffrey Bonio.
So next time, peace.
See you.